All right, we're here with Stephen Polillo, French piano builder and chief designer of several of the models that are carried by Wendel Lung and Hailun. Stephen, thank you for taking the time to share a little bit about your experiences and who you are. And let's start with that. Stephen, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where do you come from? What did you do in the past? What brought you to the point of being a piano designer?
Yes, I come from France and I speak very bad English. And I make studies, German studies, Germanistic, in Germany, in Heidelberg, and Doktorarbeit. And I make pianist studies. And I teach in the Conservatoire in Paris 25 years long.
So you have a doctorate in German?
Yes.
And you have a completed degree in pianist?
Yes. And in Heidelberg, in Germany, I studied Flügelbau, piano building.
Piano building.
And progressively, I have read many books about piano building, and after this I worked by Bechstein in Berlin, where I learned very much in this factory. And after this step, I'll construct an upright, 1.32 m, and after this an upright 1.14 m, and a concert grand. Directly.
Oh, you didn't have much fear there.
It was in 1990.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
And I made this only for my concerts, for recordings, and it was not the question was not to sell it or to make many pianos.
Mm-hmm.
And in the year 2000, many friends say to me it would be better to make many pianos, serial of pianos, and I began with my own construction, French pianos, in a small factory in France. And then I was in contact with Denis de la Rochefort-Dière. It's the French inventor from the fourth pedal, harmonic pedal. And this system was adopted from the Wendel and Lung. And Wendel and Lung asked me if it was possible to adapt exactly the fourth pedal to the model 178, and after this to the other models up to the 288 that we are making today.
So what other factories do once or twice in their lifetime, you already have done it several times, constructed, designed, and built several instruments.
Yes. At the beginning, it was only for the fourth pedal that we were in China, in the Highland factory. And after this, we have the project with the Wendel and Lung and Hailun to make a 218 piano and 288.
218.
Yes.
How did your relationship with Wendel and Lung come about?
The relationship came with the fourth pedal, harmonic pedal, because it was not so simple to adapt an invention from Denis de la Rochefort-Dière directly to one piano, because the invention was a very good idea, but we had to find the way to put in a piano with all technical building problems. Yes. We had to find the good parts to build it, and to find ways to have a simple manner to regulate all this, all the system.
Now, you mentioned the fourth pedal. the fourth pedal going forward, all Wendell Lung grand pianos will have the fourth pedal on them. Tell us a little bit about the technical challenges. Is it ready? You have been working for quite some time on it.
Now it is ready. The system works perfectly. We are now looking for all the small noises that a mechanical system can make, and it will be eliminated step by step. And also with very little problems with axes in the revolving nose. It's a very important part of the damping and of the dampers, and but it will be ready in a few days.
Oh yeah. So this is your visit here to conclude and make sure that it's all in excellently done. Stephen, you are also a pianist. The fourth pedal, the pedal harmonique, some people swear by it, some people could care less.
Yes.
What is your musical idea of the fourth pedal?
I think it's a very good idea for the music from nowadays. The composers are very interested in this pedal because it gives a lot of possibilities, new possibilities for the classical piano, and it can be used with the classical music, with Bach, Schumann, and Beethoven, and so on. And some pianists in France use the harmonic pedal to resolve great problems, pedal problems that we have in the classical music. For example, Beethoven gives very long pedals in some pieces of some sonatas, and it's quite impossible to have this with the forte pedal, normal forte pedal. The problem can be resolved with the utilization of the fourth pedal.
Of the fourth pedal.
Yes.
So actually the fourth pedal allows to play several pieces of classical pianists that previously were not been able to be played,
Yes.
as the composer had desired, especially Beethoven in this case.
Beethoven, Schubert, Georges Plüdermacher, it's a French pianist, use it in sonata from Schubert, because it's very difficult to have the bass and the singing part and the two parts that are very legible. And with this pedal, we can have all register very legible. I mean the interest of this, the utilization of this pedal.
Right. The fourth pedal has been already introduced in Europe. In the United States, it will be introduced in June of this year for the first time, and we'll see how the public will react to it. But in general, we hear it's awaited with great anticipation.